Diocese of Madison says it will reinstate Father William Nolan after he was cleared in an internal investigation. And a substitute teacher in Verona is in jail for allegedly inappropriately touching a student.
This is News 3 Now at 5:30.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 5:30. I'm Amanda Quintana. We start tonight with an investigation into an attempted homicide in Sauk City, where police are searching for a man and vehicle in connection with the shooting this morning. Madeline O'Neill is back from Sauk County with the latest. Maddie.
Amanda, officials say the shooting happened on Monroe Street in Sauk City around 11:30 this morning. Police say two suspects left the scene in a rusty 2003 silver Buick Century, which has a distinctive mark on the passenger side. They also believe the shots came from the passenger side of that vehicle. Officials are looking for a specific person, 23-year-old Gunnar Tempest. Sauk Prairie's chief of police says this is the city's first such case in more than 30 years.
It's been a very long time since something like this has happened in this community. Crimes like this can happen any time of the day at any location, and that's why we're constantly telling people to be aware of their surroundings.
Able to give investigators important information that led them to identify Tempest as a suspect and the car that they believe was used. He says police believe Tempest knew the victim. The victim's name and condition have not been released yet, but we know he suffered multiple gunshot wounds. Again, authorities are looking for Gunnar Tempest, who they say is armed and dangerous. Anyone who sees the car or Tempest is asked to contact Sauk Prairie Police.
All right, thank you so much for that information, Maddie. The Diocese of Madison will reinstate Father William Nolan to his previous status as a retired priest after an internal investigation found allegations of sexual misconduct made against him to be not credible. Nolan was acquitted of 6 sexual assault charges in September. The diocese conducted its own internal investigation while Nolan was considered under administrative leave. Bishop Donald Hine determined a lack of credibility to those allegations made against Nolan and is now clearing his name.
Where somebody is accused and found guilty, we want to bring that to the public's attention. But also when somebody's accused and not found guilty, we also want to bring that to everyone's attention. People have a right to a good name, and so wherever we can try to reclaim somebody's good name, we want to do that as well.
In the coming days, Nolan will have full faculties as a priest, but the Diocese of Madison says that as a retired priest, he will not be doing public ministry. A Verona substitute teacher is in custody after allegedly touching a 13-year-old girl on Friday. Police say 30-year-old Dustin Schallert was arrested yesterday on suspicion of second-degree sexual assault and taken to the Dane County Jail. They say the arrest came after multiple reports of, quote, concerning behavior at Badger Ridge Middle School, when a parent told police on Friday their 13-year-old daughter had been inappropriately touched earlier in the day in the classroom. Police say several students reported that Schallert braided the hair of some female students even after students told him to stop. We reached out to the Verona Area School District, and a spokeswoman says that the school will have more information to release tomorrow. There are now more than 500 cases of the coronavirus in the U.S. The CDC says there are now 21 cases from the Grand Princess cruise ship, which plans to dock in California tomorrow and disembark all of its passengers, who will then be tested. Today, Congressman Mark Pocan hosted a Facebook Live to answer constituents' questions about the virus.
The most important things that we're telling everyone are, 1, wash your hands regularly, 20 seconds soap and water as much as you can. 2, cough into your elbow so that you're not having droplets hopefully go all over. And 3, try not to touch your face. And trust me, this is a lot tougher, I think, than the other 2.
Meanwhile, the Italian government has imposed the most severe lockdown outside of mainland China. New laws went into effect today, temporarily restricting the movement of more than 10 million people in the northern part of the country. People who do not adhere to the restrictions will face up to 3 months in prison and a fine of about $230 US. The lockdown will remain in place until at least April 3rd. The school that architect Frank Lloyd Wright started nearly 90 years ago might not close after all. The School of Architecture at Taliesin's Spring Green campus said in January it would close after the spring semester, but the board reportedly voted Thursday to keep the school open in light of new funding. The decision is subject to approval by the Frank Lloyd Wright Foundation. 4 Wisconsin student teams are on their way to compete in a national wind turbine competition. Middle and high school students from over 20 schools across Wisconsin and northern Illinois competed this weekend for a chance to make it to the National Clean Power Conference. Teams were tasked with designing and constructing their own small wind turbines that they then tested in a wind tunnel. Participants say they've been working on their wind turbines for months.
It's big trial and error. You try one thing, and if that doesn't work, you try the next thing. Or if you try one thing, it doesn't work, you step back, keep that the same, then you try another thing.
3 of the 4 teams advancing are from Darlington, and the 4th team is from Mauston. The national conference will be held in Denver in June. Still ahead on News 3 Now at 5:30, some rain is on the way. Gary has your full First Warn forecast after the break.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
Choosing the right Medicare plan is simple, right? Except that there are a lot of choices from a lot of companies. Avoid the confusion and the junk mail. Come to Informed Choice Insurance Agency. We know Medicare, and we offer many of Wisconsin's popular plans. There's no cost and no obligation to come discuss your Medicare options with the experienced team at Informed Choice. Call us today.
If it's time for a change in your bath area, Mad City Baths makes it easy in as little as 1 day. From traditional baths and walk-in tubs to the popular tub-to-shower conversion with premium wall colors and patterns like Canyon Slate, Roman Stone, and more. Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Don't wait to call. Act now to score big savings during our Slam Dunk sale. Receive 67% off installation on a new bath or shower with no payments and no interest for 18 months. Plus a bonus, $500 in Mad City cash to use towards your purchase. Now that's a slam dunk. And call during this program for a free $50 restaurant.com gift card with your in-home estimate. Throughout Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466.
It all starts with an invitation. To know exhilaration is just the beginning. It starts with an invitation and becomes an experience. Your invitation to Lexus is always open, but the offers only last through March 31st.
Get 0.9% APR for 60 months on all 2020 models.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Record enthusiasts gathered at Harmony Bar in Madison this morning for their annual vintage record sale to benefit community radio station WORT-FM. Organizers say the sale brings record dealers and collectors from all over the state to Madison to see what they can add to their collection. They say records have been part of their lives for decades.
Done this for almost 50 years, and it's just something I got hooked on. 50s, 60s, all kinds of pop music.
While music is moving towards digital, vinyl is poised to outsell CDs for the first time since 1986. Let's get a look at your First Warn weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. The sun was out today, but we've got some rain on the way.
Rains for tomorrow, but enjoy today while you can.
Enjoy it, yeah.
In fact, this is the warmest we've been since October 21st of last year. And the last time temperatures were this warm was Christmas Day when we hit 55 degrees. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison. Skies are mostly clear. Look at that high temperature for today so far, 62 degrees after starting out at 38. Not near the record of 73, but notice the average high temperature is 39, so we're about 23 degrees above that. Doppler track right now, quiet, but there's rain just off the map down to the south. That's what will be coming in here later tonight into tomorrow. In fact, 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Tomorrow, rain is likely, and it'll be breezy and not as mild with high temperatures in the lower 50s. On Tuesday, we're back to quiet weather, but then we'll see some shower chances late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, Thursday afternoon, and Saturday afternoon. So there'll be some shower chances and also some dry periods in between. But the most important thing, above normal temperatures will continue until further notice. In fact, we'll be looking at above normal temperatures all the way through the middle of next week. As we look at future track precipitation from the rain that's expected overnight into early or through most of the day tomorrow, probably about a ½ inch of rain over much of southern Wisconsin. And the snow depth really starting to diminish. Fortunately, the rain will fall over southern Wisconsin where a lot of the snow has already melted. Northern parts of the state still have some snow on the ground, but that's going to start fading away pretty quickly over the next few days. As we look at weather track, upper level winds now from the west-southwest. That's what's bringing in the milder air. Here's the rain that I'm talking about to our south and west. That'll expand northeastward pretty quickly over the next 24 hours. So we'll be looking at rain for much of the day tomorrow. But in the short term, things are very quiet. We have that mild southerly wind flow. A cold front to the north and west divides temperatures that are back into the 20s and 30s across parts of western Minnesota to temperatures that are in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, especially to the south and west into Iowa. So for tomorrow, look for occasional rain, windy or breezy, not as mild, high temperature at 52 degrees. Rainfall amounts, again, around a ½ inch. Might be some amounts closer to an inch down toward the Illinois state line. But as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, you can see those temperatures on the mild side. We'll look for highs in the 40s and 50s for the most part. And then we'll also see some periodic rain chances. But all in all, not too bad of a forecast.
All right, not too bad, especially after a day like today that you enjoyed. You know, right. We can handle it. Thank you so much, Gary. There's more on News 3 Now at 5:30. Find out which dishwashers on the market today. Consumer Report says will allow you to skip pre-rinsing your dishes.
It's very nice. It's updated, and it has a very easy to use aspect to it.
It's great. It works. I can't say any more than that. You know, it fits my lifestyle, and that's what I needed.
Join thousands of satisfied customers here at Mad City Baths. With our affordable bathroom updates, you'll be amazed at the difference one day can make. See the before and now the after with custom colors and patterns like travertine, Valencia granite, river rock, and more. You'll save a lot of money now during our slam dunk sale. Receive 67% off installation with no payments and no interest for 18 months, plus a bonus $500 in Mad City cash to use towards your purchase. And be sure you call during this program for the free gift with your in-home estimate. Dial 608-729-4466.
And it looks like it could be a wet start to the work week after a very warm weekend. I'll have the latest in your First Warn forecast.
And if salads are a big part of your diet, listen up. We'll tell you the best way to avoid getting sick from contaminated veggies Monday at 4:30.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about coming together. It's families, friends. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back. If your dishwasher is still working, you probably aren't thinking about getting a new one. But as Josh Breider explains, the experts at Consumer Reports have several good reasons why a new dishwasher might save you water and money.
Girls, come empty the dishwasher, please. The biggest problem is having the dishwasher emptied.
The Claire family might not see eye to eye on whose turn it is to empty the dishwasher, but they can all agree the dishwasher is doing its job.
My dishwasher is over 13 years old, and we don't plan on replacing it anytime soon.
The Claires are wise to get the most out of their appliances, but if you're on the fence, Consumer Reports says there are several reasons to consider a new dishwasher.
Today's dishwashers just cost less to run.
If your dishwasher is more than 8 years old, a new one could use 15% less electricity and 20% less water. Today's dishwashers are also more effective when it comes to tackling your dirty dishes, and that's because many come equipped with soil sensors.
Soil sensors scan the water at the beginning of a cycle and automatically adjust the wash cycle depending on how much grime it detects.
CR says with soil sensors, you'll need to resist the urge to pre-rinse your dishes. Instead, just scrape off the large bits of food into the garbage.
Pre-rinsing actually tricks the dishwasher into thinking that your dishes are cleaner than they actually are, so it could cut the cycle short, leaving your dishes kind of dirty.
Manufacturers also addressed another consumer gripe, wet dishes.
Manufacturers have come up with a bunch of ways to get dishes drier. One of the ways is to have the door automatically open to release steam and speed up evaporation.
If you're convinced, consider a CR Best Buy. For about $500, this Bosch Ascenta offers excellent cleaning performance and energy use, plus very good scores for drying. With this Consumer Reports, I'm Josh Spreiter for News 3 Now.
Consumer Reports says some of the latest dishwashers connect wirelessly. So before you get home, you can find out via an app whether your dishwasher has a leak, needs more rinse aid, or is experiencing some other malfunction. Pretty interesting.
My dishwasher actually has that capability.
The app?
So let me know when the dishes are done.
I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's get a final look at weather.
Well, things are actually pretty quiet out there. In fact, it's very mild. Right now, 61 degrees in Madison. Last hour we're at 62. We haven't been that warm since October 21st. And while it's going to be mild, it's not going to be as mild for the upcoming week. Rain is on the way for tomorrow. That's what'll keep our temperatures down. Look for about a ½ inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain over southern Wisconsin. High temperatures tomorrow probably topping out in the lower 50s. But overnight, those temperatures only dropping into the upper 40s by early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, look for a high of about 52. Most of the rain will start ending tomorrow evening. Then we'll look for a couple of chances of showers next week, but also some dry days in there as well. High temperatures in the 40s and 50s, and the average high temperature right now should be right around 40, and we'll be back into the middle 50s by the middle of the following week, every day in that 10-day period above normal.
That's some good news. Thank you so much, Gary, and thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.